I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
Hey, what's up? I'm Dave. I play lead guitar and lead vocal for Revocation. This is our third full U.S. tour for the record, because we went out with Chimera, and then we did a tour with Children of Bodom. So yeah, this is our third full U.S. tour. We did a short headlining run, but we got as far as I think like Ohio, came back. Well, it was just really fun for us to record Chaos of Forms. We've been working on the material for a while, so it was nice to get in the studio and really get in there and work all the songs out. We did some interesting things instrumentation-wise this time around. We had a horn section that I composed on the song The Watchers and had a Hammond organ solo on it, so that was a little bit different for us. And just in general, like I think a lot of the material was pretty unique. I mean, it still had our sound to it, but we experimented within the genre to add some different flavors to it. So that was fun. Yeah, I mean, I think with every record, you're sort of honing your sound. With us, we want to evolve with every release too. It's not so much about being how fast or brutal or technical we make it, but we want each record to be its own thing and be different, but still sound like Revocation at the end of the day. So I find that that's challenging, but I think just through the process of writing songs, the more and more you do it, the better you get at it. So I'd like to think that the material in Chaos of Forms is some of our strongest to date. Yeah, lyrically, I think it's the same thing as songwriting. The more and more you do it, the kind of better you get at it. The better sort of you think about things, from a lyrical perspective, and putting the pen to the paper, doing it a couple times, you can kind of get a little bit better at it each time you go through. So and for me, lyrically, we draw inspiration from a lot of different sources. So there's always something to kind of write about, whether it's personal or something political or something just that's happening in the world. There's tons of fucked up shit going on all the time, so there's no shortage of inspiration to draw from that. Yeah, I think that for me, writing about real life and personal experiences, definitely holds obviously a lot of significance for me personally. Whether it's just stuff with like relationships or just generally how I feel about certain situations. Coming from a place where I've felt an emotion or a reaction to something. Is real. But I mean, then again, we also have some songs that are, a little bit more maybe, horror tinged or sci-fi tinged that are, more in the fantasy realm, but we still try and approach that with a certain level of, I don't know what the word for it is, like we want every song to, we never want to write lyrics just for the sake of writing lyrics. We always want to take our time with them and make sure we're, completely proud of whatever we put into this band, whether it's music or the lyrics. Yeah, I think so. I mean, we've been together for a long time, and we got along great. And just when you're with the van, when you're in a van with dudes, for a 30-day long tour, you're literally there with them, 24 hours a day. I mean, you eat, sleep, and shit together, all the time. Just through the good times and the bad, like you get hammered together and you party, and like it's a good time. If you something goes wrong at a show, you're all feeling it after the set together collectively. But I mean, it's definitely like a brotherhood when you're together with these dudes for so long, and also just creating something. Being in a band and having musical creativity among the members. I think that forms like a really close bond as well. I think it just kind of gets better and better because I mean the crowds are more with us now. I mean, you know, we try and rock the fuck out, like, no matter what. But, you know, when you're playing in front of, like, I mean, we've toured, like, so much during, you know, the course of, you know, our relatively, you know, short career, like, in the grand scheme of things. I mean, some bands have been together, you know, touring for 25 plus years. So, I mean, we've really been hitting it pretty hard since, like, Existence is Futile came out. But we've toured before that. So, I mean, you know, playing at, like, a small, you know, show. We've played shows where 3 people have shown up and they're just standing there, like, arms crossed, like, looking disinterested the whole time. You know, so we still rock out on stage, but now that we're, like, on bigger tours, people sort of, you know, are, you know, knowing who we are a little bit more, knowing our songs more. You know, we're really feeling that energy from the crowd, and that just, you know, totally lights a fire into your ass and totally, you know, invigorates you to just go that much crazier on stage. So that's definitely a bonus of being together and grinding it out. Yeah, so we started as a trio, and we added them for that very reason, because, you know, we were going out there, and, you know, we had some intricate guitar parts in the record. I mean, even just, you know, when a solo was happening, there'd be a rhythm guitar behind the solo. You know, when you're a 3-piece live, you can't do that. So we brought a new member into the fold right when the Existence is Futile touring cycle started. So the dude's name's Dan. He's an awesome guitar player. He's got a couple of solos in the new record too, and he's just been a great dude to tour with. But I mean, live, for me personally, I think it's, you know, really upped our sound. I mean, sonically, we're just delivering that much more because there's another guitar player just cranking right in your face. So, and plus, it's fun. You know, it's, you know, three dudes up front, just, you know, and our drummer in the back. You know, it just adds more energy to the stage as well. Well, we just announced our European tour, so we're going out with Dying Fetus, who we're on tour with right now. So they're total bros, and it's going to be a good time. They're really sweet dudes and just killer band. So our last time we were in Europe was with Dying Fetus, and that was our first time ever. So now we're going back for a second time with Fetus again. So it should be really fun, and we're going out with our bros in Job for a Cowboy. So those dudes are awesome, and we like to get a little loose with those guys for sure. And Cerebral Bore's on it too. Never met those people before, but I'm looking forward to the tour like real hard, because it's been a long time since we've been back to Europe. So I can't wait to get over there and just crush over there. It should be fun.